Allow me a minute, guys. All right, guys. In your course dashboard, if not, that will get added, Aditya. Okay. All right, guys. Very good morning. Whenever, guys, if there is any technical glitch and if you don't get the Zoom link, you can join from your course dashboard. Once you log in the Telesco, you can join in the course dashboard. From there, you will be getting the link. Okay. I hope I'm audible, Pradeep. Okay. Maybe your speaker you have to. Hmm. So I'll be sharing the live class. So those who cannot make it or you have not got the mail, join from the course dashboard. In the chat, I'll be sharing the link. Both can be done. Fine now. Great. So this week's basically we have started inheritance. We are done with runtime polymorphism. Okay. Inheritance. Then we have something called as polymorphism. We have completed yesterday polymorphism and a very crucial topic. Today's class, tomorrow's class, day after tomorrow's class is dependent on what we have discussed yesterday and class before that. Okay. Now we will discuss on the abstract keyword. Abstract keyword. And if time permits, we are going to start with the concept of interfaces, followed by interface in Java. Very crucial again. Before I get into this week's quiz is pending. Let's take that first. And next week, again, we will have one more quiz. The quiz is who answers fast also, correct also. Those will be the winner. Okay, you can be a top 10. Initially, starting questions, if you're not in top 10 also, still you can make a comeback. Great. Fine. Let me just get back here. All right. Allow me just a minute of time. Everyone can visit menti.com or scan this QR code, guys. If not, visit menti.com, enter the code 68181541. Scan the code or visit menti.com and enter this code. All of you present in the class. I want at least 30 plus participants. If not, quizzes, taking the live quizzes, I will cancel it. Okay, 35 must be there, minimum. If not, there is no point, there is no fun, and we will cancel this process. Menti.com and just enter this code or scan it. Anything is fine. And let me know in the chat also there that you have joined. Fine. Visit menti.com, enter the code. Visit the menti.com, enter the code. Great. Or scan the QR code. Fine. Thank you for your acknowledgement. Those who are coming to me late, just join at menti.com and enter the code which you can see on the screen at the top. Okay. Name any pre-programming languages apart from Java which you are aware of. Maybe you have tried to learn once or you are already know that. You have already worked on this, or maybe you know them or you have tried to learn that. React is not a language, it's a library based on JavaScript. Huh. I'm getting Python, JavaScript, Python, dot C sharp. Anyone knows your Go? Great to know someone really know Go here. C, C++, Kotlin. Kotlin is a tastier version of Java, is what I felt personally. It is little bit tasty compared to what you say, Java. Most of the responses says Python, C, JavaScript. Okay. Good to see Go, Rust. Uh, From one of my brother, I have heard Rust can go up. So many things about the Rust. I have not yet explored, but let's see. Great guys. Thank you for your response. Those who have joined late, visit menti.com and whatever code is there on your screen, you can enter at the top. The screen code, you can enter it. Fine. Now let's go ahead. Question number 1 out of 12. Only 12 questions I have. Next week quiz, we will have 15 questions. Okay. Here we go. Which access modifier is often used to make instance variable private in Java? You should answer fast and correct both. Most of you are telling private, and that is correct. Next question on your screen. There are many people who have not joined, but still fine. Here we go. What is the primary purpose of encapsulating data in a class? What is the purpose of what are you trying to achieve with encapsulation? Majority of you says to restrict access and protect the data integrity, and that is correct. You visit this menti.com and enter the code. You'll be part of the quiz. And let's see the next question on your screen before the leaderboard. And here we go. In encapsulation, how is data accessed from outside the class? If you want to access any of the data, how will you do it from outside the class? Majority of you says using getters and setter methods, and that is correct. Let's see that leaderboard. And if you're not in top 10, no problem. Even if you're last, still there is chance to make a comeback and be at the top 1. Give your own names, guys, if there is an option to change it. What default names, most of them maybe have not changed, but that's fine. We have AK, Pingoot's a default name again. Aditya, Vaibhav, Chavan is the fastest, but little bit more you had to give it, but no problem. Who is AK here? Anyone whose name is AK, try to change if it is possible. If not, at least I hope you know that you are AK. Next question on your screen. And here we go. It's fast and correct both, Sama. Join the quiz menti.com. At the top, you have this code. Suppose if there is a variable age, what is the syntax you have to follow to write getter for that? Okay, sure, Somya. And the answer is correct. It is get age. So Somya is at the top. Then we have Aditya. Bingo. So next question on your screen. And here we go. What is the name of the constructor is called when an object of a class is created? How to call? Like what is constructor? If you want to invoke constructor for the first time, most of you say same as the class name, and that is correct. Question number 6 on your screen, and here we go. How many constructors can a class have in Java? How many constructors we can have? Everyone noted? Let's see. Before the time, majority of you says as many as needed, and that is correct. Constructor overloading we have discussed, right? Leaderboard, let's see if there is any change. There are some changes here. Right now we have Barefoot, then Anand, Saiji, Pingu, Sir. Okay. Could you please try to change if possible? If not, keep it. Barefoot, Contessa. Who is that? And who is Pingu? Okay, Vasu. Okay. Next time, guys, give your own name. Okay. Don't keep the default names. Pingu. Who is Pingu here? Last also your top 3, 4, and here also your top 3 and 4. Those who are not in the top 10, don't worry. Still time is there to make a comeback. Dalip. Okay. So we have Vasu, Anand, Saiji, and Dalip at the top 4. Let's go to the next question. On your screen, next 2 rounds are there. Let's see what you have understand. This quiz is the acknowledgement of your understanding. Can a constructor have a return type in Java? Can you write explicit return type in a constructor? Everyone noted? Majority of you says no, and 12 of you says yes. Did I ever write any return type for constructor, guys? Did we wrote it? In a hurry, maybe you have told yes, but constructor will not have any return type. Next question on your screen, and here we go. Which of the following used to call a superclass constructor from a subclass constructor? Majority if you goes with this method call, and that's correct. I mean, sorry, super method call, and that is correct. Next question before the last round, quickly. How do you access a static variable in Java? Static variable or any static member? Static members, are they object dependent, guys? New keyword, creating the object. These 2 answers people are giving. Are they object dependent or object independent? Static members. Object independent, right? All of you in the class. Majority of you answers using the class name followed by dot, and few of you static members, they are not dependent on object. Okay. No problem, Aditya. Still there is a time. Still there is a time to be top. Leaderboard, let's see here. Aditya, you're not in top 10, but still you can make it. So Vasu fastest, Chavan, Rishita, I don't know who is Sir, Rupan. Who is Sir? He's also at the top 10. Sir is also top 10. Who is that? Continuously in the top 5, in fact. Surendra. Okay. Surendra, Rishita, Chavan, and Vasu. Let's see the last round, guys. You can make a comeback fast and correct. Question number 10, 11, and 12. Only 3 questions, and let's see here. This is acknowledgement of your understanding. Okay. What is the purpose of static block in Java? What will you do usually in the static block? Majority if you go with initialize static variables or perform one-time setup because it gets executed during the class loading. Fine. If you want something to get executed, the moment is class loaded in the JVM's ecosystem, then you can write that within the static, block. And also it is used to initialize the static. Majority of you says correct. Question number 11 on your screen, and here we go. Which keyword is used to make a method static in Java? Very simple. Everyone voted before the time. The most simplest question. One says private. I don't know why. It is static. Okay. Uh, Question number 12 on your screen, and here we go. When is static variable created in Java? It is also easy. Majority of you says when the class is loaded into the memory, and that is correct. Static variable gets life on the heap area whenever class is getting loaded. During the preparation stage of the class loader subsystem, this will be allocated on the heap area only once at the time of class loading. Same copy of data will be used among all the variables, and that is what we have understood. Now let's see who will be the winner for the day. Weekly once quiz, guys. Next week again we will have one more quiz on oops, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstract keyword. Vasu, you have done some mistake. At the top we have Rishita. Rishita was not even in top 5 continuously, but at the final Rishita is the winner. Rishita, you are there in the class? Rishita, do we have any Rishita? Yes. Good to see. Congrats that you have made it. You are at the top one in the entire batch when it comes to the basic concepts of encapsulation, constructor, and static keyword. In these three concepts, you are at the number one in the entire class. I don't see you often react in the chat, or maybe I've not seen in top 5 initially, but you are at number one position in these three topics in the entire class. Congrats. Great. Let's go ahead, guys, and continue the journey from where we had stopped. To understand today's class, polymorphism is needed. Those who are joined new, maybe you try to watch whatever we have covered so far to make you understand. Okay. So we are going to start with the abstract keyword and very critical concept. Today's and tomorrow's class are very, very, very crucial classes. You cannot miss. You don't forget about missing. You don't even have an option to miss. Remember that point. Okay. You can't miss. Great. Let's go to the polymorphism. And also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel also. There also I'm getting a lot of content. And very soon my videos you can find in the Telesco YouTube channel on Jenkins and SQL. And whatever channel I'm sharing here, there DSA and Java. Okay. Search this channel and you can subscribe if you want to. Okay. so that you will get some content from my end. Very soon, within next few weeks, Jenkins and SQL videos you might find in Telescope YouTube channel of my own, and DSA and Java on T-shaped skills YouTube channel. Okay, great. Let's go to the last example which we had discussed, dear friend. Okay, great. My dear friends, I have one question. If you could able to recall the last example, all of you present in the class. What is that, if you ask me? See here, dear friends. Last example you take, last to last you take, anything is fine. Let's go with this. In the aeroplane, we have three methods, which has some body, implementation, definition. All of them are same. Different people call in different ways. All three methods has the body. And we do have three child classes. Tell me one thing. Is there any single child class which is using the implementation of parent as it is? Is there any single child class which is using the implementation of the parent as it is? All of them are overriding, right? All of them are overriding and giving their own behavior as per their own demand. Yes, no, maybe. So if none of the child classes are using this behavior, what is the point? Erase it. What is the point? Erase it. Erase it. Because whatever body I give here, is there anyone who is using the body? No. They are giving their own body. I've erased it. In Java, in a class, can we have a method without body, without implementation, only method signature? The answer is yes, you can have it. However, whenever in a class, if you have a method without implementation, without body, for you it is must and should to declare that method as abstract. To declare the method as abstract. With the small letters, abstract keyword. Abstract keyword, it is must whenever you have a method without body. Making sense? Fine. Now guys, abstract methods are such methods without body, with only signature, without implementation, without body, with only signature. Some other classes will extend your class and they will give the implementation. Like the way here cargo is extending aeroplane, and aeroplane cargo class is giving the implementation. You need not to give, because your implementation anyway they'll not be using it. Such methods without any body. Point number one. In a class, if one method is also abstract, then compulsory, mandatory to declare the class also abstract. To declare the class also abstract. Now, I'll summarize few things I want you to answer before I proceed further. In Java class, can we have a method which has only signature, no body, no implementation? First question to everyone. Okay, if we have a method without body, without implementation, it is compulsory for us to make it abstract. Using the abstract keyword is compulsory for us. Great. In Java class, out of so many methods, example 99 methods has the body. If one method is also abstract, then the class compulsory you have to declare it as abstract. It is mandatory. Fine. What did I say right now? If one method is also abstract, if all other methods have body, if one method is also abstract, I have told. That means, can I also come to a conclusion that in abstract class, we can have concrete method also, we can have abstract methods also. Concrete method means method with body. We can have both types of methods. Example, guys, I'll go here. I'll make it as maybe abstract. Though running is also getting overrated in the child class, but just to show you that. Abstract I have made. Public, abstract, abstract, public, all of that is not a matter of concern, guys. Public, static, static, public also you can write, no problem. Public, static, static, public. That interchanging of the places can be done. But you cannot interchange this wide, eat, wide. That you cannot do. These keywords are there. No, those things you can interchange here to there to there. Yes, semicolon means there is no body. That is the end. Semicolon means delimiter. End of the statement. Guys, animal class has abstract method also, method with body also, method with definition also. Is it compulsory for me to declare the class also abstract now? Daniel, why we give here is, if it doesn't have any body, this is the end. There is no implementation. It's having only signature. Okay, now? Now, who will give the implementation for them? Some other class, some other class. If you're not overriding by extending, then there is no point of having that method, Aditya. I'll come to that point. Whatever I say, just acknowledge yes and no, and let's go ahead in that way. So, guys, abstract methods means only method signature, no body. Tick mark. If we have a method without body, only signature, abstract keyword must and should we have to use. Tick mark. In a class, suppose we have 100 methods. Doesn't matter how many are concrete. If one method is also abstract, or all methods abstract, 2 methods abstract, doesn't matter. If you have one method without body with the abstract keyword, compulsory declare the class also abstract. Abstract class can have method, abstract methods also, concrete method also. So far, so good. So far, so good, everyone. Can I go ahead if you all may permit me? Yep. Now, we can't create the object of abstract. I will say here, aeroplane. What is the name? Aeroplane. To type aeroplane equals to new aeroplane. Here, we can't create the object of abstract class. Abstract class means it has a method. One method or multiple methods, doesn't matter. It has a method without body, without implementation. That means it is incomplete class. It has something without implementation, without definition. So it is incomplete. You cannot create the instance of it. So I'll say here, we cannot create instance or object of an abstract class. I'll come to this points also, keywords also. Since I'm creating here, I'm writing here only. We cannot create the instance of abstract class. Can I create reference? First of all, answer me one thing. Creating reference variable, is it equivalent to creating the object? Are they same? No. When I tried to create the object using the new keyword, don't you think I got an error? I will tell you, Aditya, I have already explained, but since you have not focused, I will tell you for you again. Because you have a focus problem now. I mean, you are very active. This point you have not focused. Guys, we cannot create. Tell me, guys, what did I say? Abstract class means, do we have a method without body? Do we have a method without body? Abstract class means such method, at least it will have a method without implementation, without body. That means something is incomplete inside that class. Hence, you cannot create the instance. You cannot give life to it. You cannot create the instance. Is it clear? Okay. All of you knows the concept of inheritance. Say yes. What happens in inheritance? Everyone knows. Child class will acquire everything from the parent class. 100% dot clear. Child class will acquire from the parent class. Great. Fine. Now, guys, I'll do one thing here. I will maybe not write this. Tell me one thing, guys. Cargo plane extends the aeroplane. Whatever is there in the aeroplane will get inherited as it is. Dot clear? Aeroplane means whatever is there, it will get. That means this abstract methods, whatever is there as it is got inherited here. Fine, no? So if you don't give body, that means cargo plane also has 3 abstract methods. Yes. Fine. Cargo plane also 3 abstract methods. From your eyes, you cannot see, but do we have it? Yes, we do have it. Now, guys, in a class, if there are abstract methods, is it compulsory to declare the class also abstract? So, if a class is extending an abstract class, if a class is extending the abstract class and becoming a child of abstract class, for that class, it is mandatory. It is compulsory to give the implementation. If it is not giving the implementation, that class also must be declared as abstract. Why? Why it is compulsory to give the implementation? If not, we have declared the abstract, because we are extending abstract class. All the abstract methods gets inherited as it is. So here also we do have abstract methods. Now, if we override and give them implementation, no problem. If you don't override and don't give the implementation, that means we also have abstract method in the child class. Then you have to declare the class also abstract. Making sense, everyone? So for an implementing class of an abstract class, it is compulsory to override all the methods of abstract class, all the abstract methods of abstract class. If it is not, then you have to make your class also abstract. Fine to all, my dear friends, everyone. Let's add a few key points before I proceed. If not, it will be a problem. Okay. In Java, we can have methods without body implementation definition with only signature. However, such methods must be declared as abstract using abstract keyword. Fine to all this point, everyone? Abstract methods are such method which doesn't have body or implementation. First point clear to all of you guys. Is it matching your summary? Point number 2. If one method is also declared as abstract in a class, then the class also must be declared as abstract. Correct, guys? It is compulsory. I will tell you, Soumya, we will understand that. Now, fine, my dear friend, so far so good. Is that we can't extend and write our own implementation without implementation? No. Sometimes all the child methods, there is something called as standardization. Sometimes you want to give the implementation by the child. All the child of their own implementation. None of them are using whatever the parent implementation is there. For that purpose, we can use it. But I will tell you today's and tomorrow's class, abstract keyword, abstract class and interface. Let these two concepts get over. You will get the complete picture on this, okay? Yes, body of a method. Implementation means body of a method. Guys, abstract class can have all methods as abstract. Correct? Abstract class can have few methods abstract, few methods concrete, method with body, method with body. Correct? All of you. However, if one method is also abstract, class also must be abstract. So far, so good, guys. See, I used to write it, but my handwriting is unfortunately from 2016. Now it is 2024. Um, I will become doctor. I don't know why. I have in my mind why doctors have all the privilege. Correct? Why doctors have all the privilege? So engineers also have a privilege. So I write it. But my doctor handwriting, everyone is not understanding. Key points, I hope most of the important key points, I think I have written in this style only, guys. Most of the important key points. I will not use my hand and pen because I and you both have known the secret that how my handwriting is. But these key points, I hope there is no problem. Inside in for this, there is no handwriting or something. Okay. Abstract class can have few methods abstract, few methods concrete. However, if one method is also abstract, class must be declared as abstract. We cannot create object, or you can say instance of abstract class. Is this also clear, guys? However, we can create reference of abstract class to achieve polymorphism. Guys, we can create reference of abstract. Here we cannot create, correct? Okay, we cannot. Very important. Cannot is very, very important. It will change the entire meaning. Great. Guys, I have something for all of you. Can we achieve polymorphism if we cannot create the parent type reference and if method overriding is not there? If these two things are not there, is there any meaning of runtime polymorphism? Is there any meaning? No, right? No point. First of all, okay, by creating the parent type reference, you can achieve polymorphism. But if you have not overriding any of the methods, will there be any change in the behavior at the runtime? Can you call that as polymorphism? Can you call that as polymorphism? No. Fine. Guys, whatever key points we have also seen in the code, is it summarizing your understanding? So far, so good. Can I move ahead if you all may permit me? If I get the permission, can I move ahead? Great. Fine. So far, so good. Okay. Can you please explain why no object for abstract class? Sorry, I was distracted. I have told 2 times, but I will tell you 3 times. Okay. Now, please hear. Abstract class means what? It has a method without body. Agree, Ankita? It has a method without body. Without body, no implementation. Do you agree? I want you to interact. Huh. That means something is pending. Something is incomplete inside this class. Something is there without any implementation, without body. Something is incomplete. So there is no point of creating the instance of this because it is incomplete class. Abstract class, you can also call it as incomplete class. Some other class will extend and give the implementation. Some other class will extend and give the implementation. Fine. All of you. Directly inside this, there is no implementation. You're hiding the implementation here. Implementation done by some child classes. There is no implementation, you're hiding. You're giving the requirement, what needs to be done. Way of specifying the requirement, that what need to be done. We should give the implementation for this method, this method, this method. Now, whoever is extending this class, for them, it will become compulsory to give the implementation, but all of them will have same signature. They have different implementations, but all of the child classes have same method signature. Okay, now? Very good questions. Very, very good questions. All of you present in the class. Can abstract class have constructor? Can abstract class have constructor? We are hiding the, I'll come to that, Mohammed. You have patience. I have already told the answer quickly, but you may be busy in typing it for so many lines. I will answer. The moment I say abstract is over, interface is over, then I'll take up your questions, guys. Okay. See here. A class which has abstract method also, concrete method also. Nikit. A class which has this also, this also. Okay. Abstract class can have abstract method, concrete method. Fine. Great. All right, guys. Because most of your questions, guys, are in my plan of action. Okay. Whatever I say, you tell me. Do you think, guys, I will leave you without giving any clarity? With so far, whatever I have discussed, is there any concept which I have not given you clarity? With time, I will tell you. It is in my plan of action. What all your questions are. Okay. It is my plan of action. Now, whatever I have told, that much is it clearer? Sufficient. Great. Where I was, constructor. In abstract class, can we have a constructor? My dear friend, just answer me one thing. When we create the instance, constructor of cargo plane gets called. Inside the cargo plane, I have not given the constructor. If you have not given the constructor, there will be default constructor. All of you agree on this? And inside the default keyword, what is the first statement? If you write, if you don't write, doesn't matter. What is the first? Super method call. Super, by default, super will be there. What is the duty of super? To call parent class constructor. Okay. So let me just write one constructor here. I will say here public aeroplane 2. I will say here system.out.println. I will say here aeroplane 2 constructor. Okay. Now let's execute this application, dear friends. Are you getting, guys, aeroplane 2 constructor? 3 times I'm getting, 3 times because aeroplane has 3 child classes. 3 child classes means you're calling the constructor of cargo plane. From there also, super method call is getting called. Constructor of fighter plane, super method is getting called. Constructor of passenger plane, super method is getting called. Why 3 times? Is that also clear to everyone? So, can a abstract class have a constructor? Yes. Abstract class will have constructor. Okay. The question is, if abstract class has a constructor, can we create instance of abstract class? Can we create object of abstract class? What is the use of this method called? Praveen, watch our previous videos. We have discussed this method 2 times in our class, that too in detail. Okay. Was the earlier lectures. Abstract class will have a constructor. However, this will be executed because of because of super method call present in child classes. Fine to all? All of you present in the class. Parveen, I hope you got the answer, okay? This method we have discussed very detailed 2 times in our classes was that. In constructor also we have discussed, in inheritance in case of constructor. Inheritance second class, constructor 2 classes we have discussed. Please watch it, okay? Is that fine, Parveen? Or because of you, do you want me to teach from the scratch again entire this method call? No? Okay. It is very important, okay? Guys, those who have joined late to us, please watch previous videos. You can watch it in 1.5x speed. I think my lectures, you can easily watch it in 1.5x speed, whether it is in YouTube or live class recordings or recorded videos. Easily you can complete it at the fast pace, okay? Okay, abstract class will have a constructor. However, this will be executed because of super method present in the child classes. Great. Can you make can you make constructor as an abstract? One more interesting question here. Can you make constructor as an abstract? Guys, inside abstract means incomplete, right? No implementation. Now, constructor, whether you write or you don't write, super method call is present. Whether we write or we don't write, that means body is default. We cannot make constructor as abstract. It is illegal. Because by default, inside every constructor, super method call or this method call is present, whether you write or you don't write. So there is no point of making that as abstract. It is illegal combination. One more important point. We can declare class as abstract. Class as abstract. Method also you can declare as abstract. Method as abstract. However, guys, final keyword can you apply to a class, guys? Could you please tell me, those who are part of my final keyword class? Final keyword can you apply to a class, to a method, to a variable? All three can be applied. Final keyword. Every one of you. Yes, we can apply. However, abstract keyword you can apply to a class, to a method. We cannot have a variable as abstract. However, we cannot have a variable as abstract. Is this also the summary of our understanding, guys? You cannot make it. It's illegal. Let me just make anywhere here. Okay. I'll just say here integer type of age of the aeroplane is 10 and I will make it as abstract. See here, it's not possible. You may say I'm declaring that is the reason abstract means incomplete. Give it empty. Still illegal. It's illegal combination. You cannot give it. Illegal modifier. See here, illegal modifier. Fine to all. All of you present in the class. Great. Now, those who have understood final keyword, inheritance, and abstraction. So far, whatever we have discussed, final keyword, inheritance, and abstraction, whatever we have discussed so far. I want you to answer me this. I want all of you to answer me, those who have understood. What do we mean by final keyword? Can we create abstract class method as final? That is what I'm coming up, Usama Riaz. Right now, I'm discussing that only. What do you mean by a final class in Java, guys? Final class means what? Final variable, final class, there is a difference. Am I talking about final variable? You cannot change or inherit. Final classes, do they participate in inheritance? Can someone inherit from the final? Right. Abstract class means, does it have implementation, guys? Can someone give the I mean, do we have an implementation? No. Someone has to extend and give the implementation, correct? Someone has to extend and give the implementation, correct? Now, if you have understood these two things, answer me. Can you make abstract as final? Abstract class as final? People are telling yes, some of them. God bless. Abstract means, my dear friends, abstract means there is no implementation. Someone should extend. Someone should achieve the inheritance, inherit your abstract methods and give the body. But if I make abstract as final, no one can inherit and you don't have body for yourself. What is the point of having that class only? Understanding every one of you? Yes, no, maybe. Abstract means, do we have any body? I am repeating. I have already told, people have understood, but for people again, I am repeating. Just tell me guys, abstract means we have a method, no body. Agree? That means someone has to extend. They will inherit your abstract methods and give the body. Inheritance has to be achieved here. But if you make abstract as final, final means what? You cannot inherit. And if abstract class is not getting inherited, if abstract class is not getting inherited means no one can override and give the body. If inheritance is not there, overridden, will it come into picture? No. No one can override and give the body. In that case, is it legal to make abstract as final? Is it legal to make abstract as final? Illegal. Why, they will ask? I hope why part is clear to 100% dot audience. If you want, I can repeat again. Because in the interview, they'll ask why it is illegal. Fine, all of you? Yes, no, maybe? When we are unable to instantiate the object only, what is the point of having abstract methods giving implementation? Maybe you want to have a common implementation for all the childly classes, Aditya. You want to give some common implementation to all the childly classes. I will come to that point. I will come to that point right now in the next 5 minutes. So far, so good, guys, all of you. But good question it is. I'll resolve it now in the 5 minutes. So far, so good, guys. Tell me one thing, if you have understood the day before yesterday's class. Day before yesterday's class, those who have understood, I have a question for all of you. Final methods, do they participate in inheritance? What is your answer? Goodbye, guys. Thank you so much for being with me in today's class. Let's end the class today right now. It's over. Hey, yes, no, that first will say, yeah, final methods, do they participate? Revision is the problem. I am simplifying to the best of my ability. I'm putting my whole heart. I am forcing you to understand. Spoon feeding I'm doing. You will understand also. But in upcoming classes, if you forget, what is the point of my efforts here? Final class not participating in inheritance. That's fine. Final methods do get inherited. Final method do get inherited. I hope the key points is there. Final methods do get inherited. However, my dear friends, can we override them? Can we override them? So final methods do participate in inheritance, guys. But can we override them? Now, guys, abstract method, do we have any body? That means someone has to override it in the childly class by extending, by inheriting that method. Someone has to give the body. Someone has to override it. By keeping these two in mind, tell me, can you make abstract method as final? Is it legal combination? Can you make abstract method as final? See here, illegal again. I hope it is making sense to all of you present in the class. Why we is not allowed? Anyone can answer me? Why it is illegal, guys? Interview, guys, why part is more important. No, A for apple, fine, but why A for apple? Some concepts are why part. Only knowing is not sufficient. Final method we cannot override. Abstract method must get overridden. If you don't override the abstract method, there is no point of having that method. Final method cannot override. And if you make abstract final, that means abstract means nobody. Someone has to override. And that for nobody method, you are putting final. That means no one can override also. What is the point of having that signature? If no one can give implementation, you also have not given implementation. That you are making it final, restricting from overriding. What's the point of having that entire line? I hope it is making sense, all of you present in the class. If you have any issues in whatever I'm telling, please ask, guys. Your new questions I will answer one by one. But whatever I have already explained, any confusion there? All good. Can I add that key points here, guys? Abstract class cannot be final because final class do not participate in inheritance, and abstract class must get inherited, must get or must participate in inheritance. Hence, it is illegal to make abstract. It is illegal to make abstract class final. We can create object of for final class, and we cannot create object for abstract class. That's correct, 100% correct. But abstract and final together we are talking here. Okay. Now, guys, can you make abstract method as final? Abstract method cannot be final because abstract method must get overridden in child classes, and final methods we cannot override. Hence it is illegal. These 2 points are very crucial. Interviewer's point, the combination. Why is clear, guys? What? Anyway, it will be clear. I want you to acknowledge me. Why part is it clear, or you want me to stress again? Why it is not? I hope no problem. And this concept will be digestible, guys, dear friends, all of you. Everyone. I want anyone in the class before I proceed and tell you few more things. Okay, let's discuss few more things. Okay. Fine. There was one question from Aditya, I guess. Final method cannot be there, but after clear. Okay, that's fine. Where is that question? Let me scroll down. Aditya, or someone had asked me, no? What is that here? When we are unable to instantiate the object only, what is the point of having the abstract method and giving implementation? Aditya, right? Your question is this. If we cannot create the instance, why we have this? Correct? Whenever you want to give a common implementation for all the child classes, understand this, guys. Before I speak about this, I want someone to read out this point. Then what is the purpose of this abstract class, what we are trying to achieve, and how this can be also done using the interface I will discuss. Okay. I want someone to volunteer to read the summary of your understanding on abstract keyword based on whatever we have understood so far. In case of block means you cannot make block as abstract, Dalip. Java instance block, you cannot make it abstract. Because constructor only cannot be abstract, no? And Java instance block gets executed when constructor is getting executed. So we have Rajat and Aditya. Rajat, are you there in the class? Would you like to read out these points or should I give opportunity to others? I guess no, by mistake. Okay. We have so many here. Soumya, are you there? You are not audible, I guess. You're not audible.
I'm still not audible.
You're audible now.
Okay.
Please read out these key points and tell me, is this your acknowledgement of, no, like, will you acknowledge this summary as your understanding? Okay. Please read out the point from key point number 1.
Sure. In Java, we can have methods without body or implementation with only one signature. However, such method must be declared as abstract using abstract keyword. Abstract
Okay.
methods are such methods which doesn't have a body or implementation.
Great.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
If one method is also declared as abstract in a class, then the class also must be declared as abstract.
Great.
Abstract class can have all methods as abstract.
Great.
Abstract class can have either few methods abstract, few methods concrete. Concrete is a method with body.
Okay.
However, if one method is also abstract class also must be an abstract.
Great.
We
Then
cannot
please go.
create object or instance of abstract class. However, we can create reference of that abstract class to achieve polymorphism.
Definitely.
Abstract class will have constructor. However, this will be executed because of super, which is present in child classes.
Wonderful
We
answer.
cannot make a constructor as abstract because it's illegal.
Done.
Uh, we can declare class as abstract, method as abstract. However, we cannot have a variable as abstract.
Very important point.
Abstract class cannot be final because final do not participate in inheritance. An abstract class must participate on inheritance. Hence, it's illegal to make abstract class final.
Great.
Abstract
Why is clear?
method
I hope
cannot
everyone,
be.
guys, that why part, why final and abstract is illegal is an interview asked question. I hope you know that. Yeah, please go ahead to the next point.
Abstract method cannot be final because abstract method must get overridden in class, in child classes, and final methods we cannot override. Hence, it's illegal.
Great. So far, so good. All these
Yep.
points, are they like really this is what you have understood about abstract keyword so far?
Correct.
Now,
Yes.
what we are trying to achieve with this, let's understand here. Okay. Could you please type why abstract class and methods are used and network lagging? Most of them are asking here. Please here, guys, all of you. Real time use, I will tell you. It is one of the way to specify the requirement which someone has to give the implementation. For an example, I have 3 developers here. Developer number 1, developer number 1, developer number 2, developer number 3. I want them to write a code to add 2 numbers and to subtract 2 numbers. Developer number 1 writes a method by the name add. He says int is a type of A, int is a type of B. Developer number 2 writes method sum, int A, int B. Developer number 3 writes a method maybe addition. Implementation, they are giving in their own way, in their own style. No problem. Let them give the implementation of their own style. That is not a problem. But what I'm trying to say is they are giving different method signatures. Now to subtract, he is writing sub, method name. He is writing difference as method name. He is writing subtraction as the method name. There is no standardization here. I will specify the requirement as a lead. Let them give the implementation. I will give my requirement. Let them give the implementation. How I will give the requirement, which I will not give the body. I will give the requirement. I'll give the name maybe as Calci as a class name. Then I will write the method for add int a comma int b. For subtraction, I will give sub int a comma int b. Am I giving the body here? No. I will just declare it as abstract. I will not give the body. I will make it abstract. I will not give the body. It is abstract. Fine. Let me write neatly. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is, I will give here as one class called as maybe Calci. Inside this class, I'll give my requirement. Void add integer type of a comma integer type of b. Void maybe sub integer. Return type is not a matter of concern. I will say here integer type a comma integer type of b. I will make it abstract. I will not give the implementation. I am specifying my requirement. What needs to be done? If one class is also declared, I will make it abstract. Now guys, all of them I will tell, please extend this class. If they are extending this class, as per the rule of overriding the method, can you change the return type or can you change the parameter list? While overriding, can they change the name? Now, body, let them give their own style. Developer number 1, let him give his own style of adding 2 numbers. Developer number 2, let them do whatever they want. But all of them are maintaining the standardization. They're following the same syntax. So based on the abstraction, we are able to give the requirement specification. What needs to be done? Great. Now, what is the point of having a concrete method inside the abstract? Aditya asked this. If anyway we cannot create the object. Concrete method means method with body. This will get inherited in all the classes. If I want to give some of the implementation which should be there in all the child classes, I will keep it inside this body. Now this body will go to all of them. If they want, they will overwrite. If not, they will use the body which I have given. If there is any common body which I want all my child classes to use, write in the concrete method, that will get inherited. And child classes, let them use it. If they don't want, let them override that method. If they don't want the parent implementation. However, if you make this concrete method as final, this will get inherited, but none of the child classes can override. Through which you are giving one common fixed implementation for all the child classes. Whichever class extends you, they will get that method. They cannot override. That means one fixed common implementation you are giving to all the child classes, which they will have by default. And none of the child class can override also. For such situation, we can write final concrete method, normal concrete method if you want to give option. If you want to give some common implementation for all the child classes, that will get inherited. But child will also have a choice whether to use the parent implementation as it is, or if there is any demand, they can override also. Making sense, every one of you? Yes? All of you? So if you don't do implement, got a lot of restriction on abstract keyword, why we need in the real world? I have told the real world example right now, Aditya. Can we apply abstract keyword to a private methods? No, we cannot make private and abstract because private methods do not participate in inheritance. And abstract must and should participate in inheritance. Okay. Private will not participate in inheritance. And abstract must participate in inheritance. It is one of the way to give the requirement, guys. One of the way to specify what needs to be implemented. One of the way to give the requirement, what needs to be get inherited. Okay. Concrete method inside the abstract class can be overridden, right? Yes. In the child classes, they can override. But if you make it final as a concrete method, then the child class cannot override. Hari Krishore. Yes, Osama. Static and abstract is also illegal. Static and abstract is also illegal. And one more point, guys. Sure, Aditya. One more point. If you achieve abstraction through classes, two things you need to understand. First of all, to achieve 100% abstraction, it is not possible. It can be 100%, it can be 10%, it can be 50%. Abstraction means 100% no implementation. Right now, guys, in the polymorphism class 2, in this class, are we achieving 100% abstraction or partial abstraction? 100%. In this slide, do we have any method with body inside the aeroplane? All the methods are abstract, right? If all of the methods are abstract, is it 100% abstraction? When it comes to this class, is all of them are 100% abstraction or partial abstraction? Partial abstraction. Okay. If you want to achieve 100% abstraction, then we have to go with the concept of interfaces, because inside the interface, by default, all the methods are abstract. How to work with it, I will tell you. But I want to specify a few more things. One more problem is there here. What is the one more problem, my dear friends? If you give what needs to be done through the abstract class, that means you are achieving abstraction through the abstract class. Someone will give the implementation. You're giving the requirement, what needs to be done. There is one more problem here. What is that? If you ask me, a class can extend how many classes at a time, guys? Only one. So if I'm giving the requirement, what need to be implemented through abstract class, this class will extend and give the implementation. Can this class fulfill the requirement of any other class? Can this class fulfill the requirement of any other class? If it is already extending one class, can it extend one more class? So if you achieve abstraction through abstract class, first of all, whichever is the implementing class, they can extend only you. They can fulfill the requirement of your class, but they cannot fulfill the requirement of multiple classes. Fine? Because multiple inheritance is not allowed. But interface solves this problem. Through interface, we can achieve 100% abstraction also. And one class can implement n number of implementations. Can implement n number of interfaces. Any number of interfaces you can implement. That shows you can fulfill the requirement of so many interfaces. If you go with abstract class, only one class, not more than that. Fine to all of you? Everyone? That you will get more clarity once I start the journey of interfaces. Tomorrow, I will start the journey of interfaces. I will complete the journey of interfaces. Then I will discuss difference between abstract class and interface. I will also summarize what is a need of that. What is a real need of this? Fine to all? Everyone? All of you present in the class, are you all there, guys? Dear friends, every one of you? One I have told already, it's a way of to specify the requirement, what's need to be done. But real world, in the tomorrow's class, I will show you. I have told already real world use. Okay. I have not just told the English words, hiding the implementation and from the real world. All of that is not the definitions. They are all words. And I don't believe in English words. Whatever I have told to give the requirement, that I will prove you. I will tell you once I complete the concept of interfaces in tomorrow's class. Then one of the most commonly asked interview question we will discuss. The most commonly asked difference between abstract class and interface. What is the difference between these two classes? And what is the purpose of these two things? What is the difference? Why we have two options? Out of abstract class and interface, which one to choose? What is the advantage if you go with abstract class? What is the advantage if you go with interface? Then we will conclude this abstraction journey. And then we will discuss the concept of Spring Framework without using the Spring Framework, most probably in the Friday's class. That means this Friday, most probably, I may teach you inheritance. I mean, I may teach you entire Spring framework without teaching Spring framework. So if you attend this Friday's class and tomorrow's class, because interfaces, if you don't know, day after tomorrow's class, you cannot understand. To understand day after tomorrow's class, the requirement is to understand interfaces. Polymorphism, interfaces is must to understand day after tomorrow's class. In the day after tomorrow's class, what am I discussing? I will teach you the purpose of Spring framework without using Spring framework. And for that, what is the requirement I have told? Polymorphism and abstraction, interfaces. Fine. So in Java, if I'm teaching Spring framework without touching it, important concepts are polymorphism and abstraction interfaces. Now, this OOPS concept, if you don't know, can you understand the Spring framework? The answer is no. And whenever there is any ambiguity, any confusion, rewatch the videos in 1.5x speed and please note it down the point of deviation. What is that one point which is deviating you or giving trouble to your mind or creating doubts in your mind? Write it down and ask me in the doubt sessions. I'll be more than happy to answer. Fine. Now, allow me 1 minute of time. I will share these files with you. After sharing the files with you, I will take all of your questions. Okay. Allow me just a minute of time. I will share this file and we will discuss Q&A. Okay. I will say here abstract key points. Key points. Okay. Abstract key points. They are very important for the interview also. Okay. Inheritance, final, abstract, all of these things, interfaces, I'll give the key points because they are important for interviews. Okay. I'll go here and right. Abstract keyword, right? Abstract key points. And tomorrow, please, very crucial class. Don't miss it. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow's class is the most crucial class, guys. Monday, we will start with the lambda expression. Okay. What is the name? Finisher, right? Finishers. Inside the finisher, polymorphism. Within the polymorphism, 3 and 4. Number 4. I'm open for your questions, guys. Thank you for joining me in today's class. If you don't have any questions, you can drop from the meeting. If you have any questions, concerns, anything to be discussed with me, stay back and ask. I'm open for the questions. Fine. How about dependence injection? Day after tomorrow's class, side J. When I discuss the loose coupling, no? Why frame? That time I'll discuss setter injection, constructor injection. What is dependence injection? Okay. Stream API in the collection, Dilshad. In the collection, we will discuss Stream API. 6 months, Sushmita. This week ends first month, and in first month only you have understood so much. Imagine if you are with me for 5 more months. Dilshad Sheikh, Stream API we will discuss in collection topic 3 weeks from now. What is the difference between a constructor and a method? Good question. Constructor is same name as that of the class name. Method name can be anything based on the activity which we specify. Method will have explicit return type. Must and should we may have to write the return type. In case of constructor, we do not have any explicit return type. Method is getting called if it is a static method with the class name we invoke. If it is a instance method using the reference variable separately, we have to invoke. Constructor get invoked at the time of object creation, when object is getting created. Inside the constructor, there will be super method call, this method call. Inside the method, we do not have any super method call, this method call. Understanding the differences, sir? Aditya, sure Aditya, definitely. Yes, Aditya, you may talk now.
Yeah. Hello? Am
Yes,
I audible?
Aditya. You are audible.
So I have a question. So basically, firstly, can you please show me like the JVM architecture, like how it is loaded? I mean, an abstract class is loaded when we have partial abstraction basically once when we have any partial abstraction method, so how it is loaded onto the
It is
JVM?
loaded normally. It is loaded normally. I'll kept it in the
We are
method
not
area.
creating the object, right?
Object is not creating. On the heap area, there is no memory for that. Entire class will be loaded and kept in the method area. If there are any static variables, memory will be allocated on the heap area.
True.
But
True.
since you cannot create the object for abstract class, there will be no memory on the heap area.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I'm getting confused, as we are not even creating the object, how it is loading onto the heap area.
It will get loaded. Everything loaded. Example main
It
method.
is not having any reference or anything, right?
You have some understand this part, okay? Where did I discuss static keyword? I think inside the oops. Somewhere I've discussed, no? Okay, anyway, let me take any example, pa. Okay, some basic example only will take it. Okay, fine. Static. Okay, now please here. Okay, please here. I will make it static here. Static integer type of age, and I will write here static. I will say system.out.println. I will say here static of main. Okay, correct?
Yeah.
I will run this application. Are you getting static of main?
Yes.
Anywhere are you creating the object of this class?
No, I mean, this is actually, this is predefined by the job. I mean, our assumption is like,
but is JVM creating the object? Is JVM creating the object of this?
No.
But there is it is getting executed.
Okay. So basically, when abstraction is working like this.
But there is no memory on the heap area. Heap area memory will come into picture only if you create the object. How, whether it is getting loaded or no, we can get to know, no? Let's check it now, if maybe you are right. How to check if a class is getting loaded or not?
Yeah, I mean, again,
if class is getting loaded, what will be executed? What will be executed if class is getting loaded? Static block, right?
Static block, or yeah.
If static block is getting executed, that means class is getting loaded into JVM's memory.
JVM, true.
Let's go here. Are you getting this aeroplane?
Yeah, aeroplane 2. Yeah.
It will be loaded and kept in the method area. If you create the object, then the object on the heap area. If you call any of the method, that method will be one stack frame on this stack area will be created. Like that it is.
So basically, yeah, abstract class will also have static methods. Nice.
Yes, it can have it. No problem.
And one more question as per the arrays. So in arrays, the arrays is like fixed. I mean, it's a fixed size of the length, right? As per the length fixed.
Fixed size. If you change the size, a new array memory will be created. Existing array will not grow or shrink. In Java, array will not grow or shrink. It is fixed in size. If you change it, then same array will not. Example, array initially I've declared as 4 size. I'm making changes to 5. Same array will not grow. A new array will be created with the 5 indexes.
Okay, got it. Because I was going through the DSA videos were uploaded on our dashboard, so I was going through Navin's videos. So in an array, so nums he has mentioned from 0 to 4. Again, he's inserting a new element in the array. So I thought, like, is it the same, or like will a new
array will be created? And arrays in Java are guarded with boundaries. Unlike in C, arrays are not guarded with boundaries. Because of which, in C, we have buffer overrun problem, if you're aware of C language. But in Java, we don't have buffer overrun problem. Why? Because in Java, arrays are guarded with boundaries. We have minimum boundary
and starting and ending
boundary. If you try to surpass any of the boundary, then it will lead to array index out of bounds exception, runtime exception.
Got it. Yeah, thanks, Haider. Yeah.
Sure. Sai Teja is asking one question. Can abstract class have static members? We do have, right? Static component we have here. Method also, let's make it static. Any compiled error you have got? Public static public. Both of them are same, not a problem. Guys, these topics are very interesting. And I hope it is understanding also. If you are focusing and be with me, you align with me, we will align together. We will explore this journey. Okay. Hello. First floor. ಒಂದೇ ಇರೋದು ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಮನೆ ಇರೋದು. No problem. Any question you can ask. Can we have variables inside an abstract class? Yes, we do. We can have it, but they cannot be abstract. That's it. It is not exactly this class related, no problem, but it is possible to have a method in Java which can accept an unspecified number of arguments. Yes, we can have. There is something called as var args, Rishita. Like, can we have different number of parameters? Is it possible? Sorry if you are. No, 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 no. We have not yet explained that. I will discuss that. There is something called as var args, Rishita. We can have it. I will use that in the real time also going forward in our applications, in our Spring applications. I will use such methods also. I will teach you in core Java also, Rishita. Can you please discuss, what is that? Can you please discuss this point again? We can create a reference of abstract class to achieve polymorphism. Vaibhav, see here. All right, all right. Vaibhav, kindly see here. Whichever class you take, doesn't matter. If I create the object, I'm getting the error. But you can see, I'm creating the reference of abstract class. Aeroplane is abstract, right? I'm creating the reference of it. If I don't create the parent class, can I achieve polymorphism? Making sense? Okay. Great. Please let us know when to learn the videos are uploaded on the dashboard. Sure, definitely, Aditya. Right now, I suggest you to watch DSA only after the collection. Arrays and string at least minimum. Once we complete the arrays and string, no, that time if you watch, it will have little bit good understanding. Or maybe after the collection, I would recommend it. JUnit videos after the core Java. SQL also after the core Java. Why the access level of for abstract methods is public and cannot be protected in default? Who said that? But at the time of overriding, it has to be this. Did I make it public? Is it working fine? Vasu? It is default, right? I am writing it public, that's it. But while you override, can you reduce the visibility? No. Okay. Array must be initialized while declaration. Array must be initialized while the declaring. No, Sri. We can have an array declaration and then later we can initialize. We can initialize first also. Both the options are available in Java. You can have an array just declaration, later initialization, and directly initialization also you can have. Both can be done in arrays in Java. How to do it? We will discuss it. What is the point of so public means anyone can access Nova Sof. Anyone can access. Public means anyone in the entire project can override, can extend this class and give the body, give the implementation for this abstract incomplete methods. Okay. Hi, I'm here for a demo class. Can you please let me know, do we have a class on how to contribute to Git and how to navigate open source code base to solve? We have a Git and GitHub separate tutorials in the form of recorded, which is recorded by Naveen sir. And you have to watch that. And apart from that, we will have a group projects in the sense you along with your peers in this batch have to do it. At that time, whatever Git you are learning, please try to implement and do it like a realistic way. For which we will give the guidance. How about the projects? How in depth we will making the final project? Not just final project, all the projects like we will replicate the real time scenario. But if you ask me, can you go in depth real project? I cannot give the fake guarantee like everyone does by giving the name of real time. In real time, Java is being used for big enterprise level application where hundreds of developers code a banking or financial application for months together, 6 months, 1 year. Can we do that hundreds of developers 6 months project in 1 or 2 classes? According to me, real time is that is the real time. But as an individual contributor to that project, whatever is required, that will be done in depth. I hope it is making sense, Akash. Okay. We will develop so many projects, different projects at the time of learning itself. We can enable runtime polymorphism by making the reference variable of a class. After that, we can call overridden abstract methods. Yes. Except today's class, can we call methods like this as well? Today class say no, you cannot do something. What is that class a dot display? You are creating the reference. Only using the reference you cannot create without object Usama. Can we increase the array size dynamically? No. Array size is fixed in Java, Harikrushore. We cannot change. If you try to change the size of an array, then If you try to change the size of an array, it will create a new array. Existing array will not grow or shrink in Java. In Java, array size is fixed. And dynamically, you cannot increase. We have a concept of, if you want to increase something dynamically, we have a concept of collection, which is a replacement of array. Okay. We can use array list or linked list. Whatever you cannot do in array can be done in array list and linked list. Okay. We will have one group projects, one individual project, which you have to do, some projects in the live class. But every thing we learn by writing a code only, nothing theoretical here. We write the code, we understand. In the entire final keyword, inheritance and abstract, guys, 98% I have coded and explained. I hope all of you are able to listen that. I have not told any English words. While introducing the polymorphism, did I give you some story? Directly I coded and showed you. While introducing the abstraction, abstract keyword, did I say some story? Hiding, all of that. Directly I went, coded and showed you what exactly it is. And I told you part 2, I'll give you more clarity in tomorrow's class, right? Can you let me talk? I have questions. Sure, Dalip, definitely you can talk to me. Without creating the object, can we get methods which are not abstract? No, you cannot. If it is static, you can call. If it is non-static, you cannot call Usama. 100% abstraction may or may not be happen if you use abstract class, but multiple inheritance is not supported. So that is the reason we are going for the interface concept, right? Yes, Rupan. Dalip, you can talk to me.
Sir, yesterday in yesterday class, when you are teaching that polymorphism concept,
Okay.
in that, sir, when we creating the parents reference, after that we assigning using that reference, we are assigning value. Yeah, sir, same in childs. Sir, here if you click a dot permit again in the down, we are getting one null also. Why I getting? I don't know.
Why? Because this has no values. If you don't assign anything here, it has null.
Okay.
It's just a reference variable. Example, if I say integer type of A, right now inside A, what is there? Nothing is there. Default value is there.
Okay.
So default value for object is always null. If you don't give anything, it will have null. So if you assign something, the data will be there. Right now, it's just a reference variable, no data, right? So only null. How for integer default value 0, double 0.0, string null, and this is also null. Okay.
Okay, sir. And one more question, sir. Like we are creating everything, like you told me, like you have to create one package and do the everything in that.
Correct. Correct.
Sir, suppose if I create one more package and try to access this one, suppose I made one parents class here and then I made child in the package, another package.
If it is public, you can do it.
Okay. Okay.
Default means you can access within the same package. Public means everywhere in the project.
Okay, sir. I will try.
Sure. All right. How can we call them with the class name? Static methods can be called during the using the class name directly, Usama. What static videos? Okay. In yesterday's session in polymorphism concept, you have declared a main method like aeroplane. If I am not wrong, for aeroplane class object, it is not created, but reference is created. Yes. If the memory is allocated for this reference, let me know. No, memory for reference variable will be allocated inside the main method stack frame. But on the heap area, there is no object for aeroplane. Reference variable, one variable memory will be there inside the stack frame of the main method tr. So static is clear, but got confused a little bit. Static methods means with the class name directly you can call Osama. But normal methods means must and should you should create the object. Then only you can call the instance method, normal method, okay? Any Osama, you want to talk or something? Please raise the hand. Yeah, Osama, you can talk.
सर मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
आ रही है, बोलो।
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, जैसे अभी आपने यहाँ पे रेफरेंस वेरिएबल के थ्रू आपने कॉल करवाया है इसके एब्स्ट्रैक्ट पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म रन टाइम पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म।
ठीक है, एयरपोर्ट में मैंने ए बोल के परमिट को कॉल किया, करेक्ट।
सर जैसे हम कोई लास्ट क्लासेस में हमने जैसे प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स में हमने किया, ऑब्जेक्ट बना के हम फिर कॉल करते थे, जैसे इसको हमने रन टाइम
क्या हम ऐसे
पॉलिमॉर्फिज्म
कॉल कर सकते हैं क्या डायरेक्टली क्लास नेम से? यही क्वेश्चन है ना?
जी सर।
ये पॉसिबल है, अगर अगर परमिट मेथड स्टैटिक है तो ये पॉसिबल है।
और एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास में हमें ये करना होगा कि यहाँ पे रेफरेंस क्लास नेम और रेफरेंस वेरिएबल देना होगा।
अब यहाँ पे रेफरेंस वेरिएबल हम दे रहे हैं ताकि इस रेफरेंस वेरिएबल में एनीवे हम चाइल्ड क्लासेस के इंप्लीमेंटिंग क्लास के ऑब्जेक्ट को हम इंजेक्ट कर रहे हैं ना, सीपी को। एरोप्लेन के पास सीपी का रेफरेंस है, तो एक्चुअली ये रेफरेंस एरोप्लेन के ऑब्जेक्ट को रेफर कर रहा है। तो एरोप्लेन डॉट टेकिंग ऑफ का मतलब ये है कि कार्गो प्लेन के टेक ऑफ मेथड को कॉल कर रहा है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे मैंने परमिट को कॉल किया और सीपी को पास किया। सीपी के पास एड्रेस है कार्गो प्लेन का, ठीक है, और मैंने सीपी को पास किया तो एरोप्लेन में आके वो बैठ गया। तो एरोप्लेन के अंदर अभी सीपी का कार्गो प्लेन का एड्रेस है, और मैंने यहाँ पे एरोप्लेन डॉट टेकिंग ऑफ को कॉल किया, तो मतलब ये कार्गो प्लेन के टेकिंग ऑफ मेथड को कॉल कर रहा है, जो मैंने यहाँ पे बॉडी दे रखी है। ठीक है,
ठीक
तो
है सर।
यहाँ पे हो ये रहा है कि अप्रोक्सीमेटली ये हो रहा है यहाँ पे, एरोप्लेन टू टाइप में भी एरोप्लेन इक्वल्स टू न्यू कार्गो प्लेन, ऐसा हो रहा है यहाँ पे।
चाइल्ड का ठीक है सर।
इक्विवेलेंट टू दिस, ठीक है, ऐसा हो रहा है यहाँ पे।
ठीक
समझे क्या? ऑलमोस्ट ऐसा है यहाँ पे।
है सर, थैंक यू।
If I'll take your questions. If a final concrete method is created in abstract class, can we create a subclass method with the same signature? You cannot override that, but good question it is. He's telling that we cannot override the final method. Where is that final I have used? I think in the poly 4. If I make it final, child classes cannot override. I'm getting one error here. We cannot override. So can we have a same signature method? No, we cannot have it. But with different parameters as a specialize, you can have it. No problem. As a specialize, you can have with a different parameter. But same method you cannot have because you cannot override the final methods in any of the child class. Whether it is abstract or normal, final methods will not get overridden in the child classes. In Zoom, my name is visible as GV Manikanta, but still I'm viewing as earlier I have raised this issue. Any guidance to solve this issue? At the time of joining, it will ask you to give the name of the Zoom. Registration name might be Manikanta, but at the time of joining the Zoom name, maybe you have not, change it. You can change it. Right click. There is a possibility of change the name. Sri Hari Kushor, definitely you can talk to me. Please talk, Hari.
Hello, can you
Yes,
hear me,
Hari.
sir?
Yeah, I can.
Hi, Heather. Yeah, this is Srihari. Yeah, I need some suggestions. I'm a MDM consultant. So I'm currently working as a MDM consultant in the US.
Okay.
So, but my project gonna end in 2-3 months.
Okay.
So I'm attending the interviews. So they're asking additional skill as a Java. They need a Java also with MDM, which I have currently working. So I've gone through some tutorials. I've learned some Java before before I joined these classes, your classes. I'm getting a more clarity now by listening your classes, but I have only 2 months of time, so that's why I want to learn the Java. And I want to fast track my
In 1 more month, the entire
learning.
Java will get over. Hardly.
Okay.
Right now, this month will end in next to 3 weeks. Next to 3 days, the 4 weeks of classes will get over. That means first month is over. So second month, I will discuss strings, arrays, exception handling, multi-threading, collection. And most probably 1 month, 15 more days, entire core Java part will get over. And if you want Spring also in the interview, then Spring will take a lot of time. For which,
Okay.
whatever tutorials are already available in YouTube channel of Talisco, you can just try to watch it. Okay.
Sure. I've started learning that, but if I complete this core Java, then I can understand better way the Spring
Yes,
class.
you can understand.
Yes.
Definitely. If within 1 month or more, most of the part of Java will get over. 1 more month.
Yeah.
1 month only you have got this much of clarity of Java. 1 more month means you can see most of the part will be cleared, and maybe 10-15 days more to understand few more things about Java, and we will start the Spring framework. Okay.
Yeah. Now I've started a DSA classes, classes which are uploaded in the
dashboard
Telesco website. So I started and doing some lead code exercises, but is there any suggestions like parallelly that I can learn?
See, before getting into lead code or hacker rank, first I want you to solve all the basic questions related to arrays and strings.
Yeah, that is why, okay.
3-4 times multiple examples, and then slowly get into lead code or hacker rank. Maybe in hacker rank you have an option to go with easy, medium, and advanced. So one by one, starting, just see the solutions, how they have done it if you're not able to solve, because those things will come into picture only with practice.
Yes, I have done some exercises in Java when I'm in school.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
So
then no problem, you'll have no issues. But if you want to learn the Spring also, I mean, parallelly for Spring, at least a minimum thing is exception handling, collection, both of them are needed. If not, oops, 80% may solve. But if someone is using array list, linked list, or they're using try, catch, finally, throw keyword inside their application where they are developing Spring, where they are teaching Spring, then you'll have a doubt, what is this? We have not yet covered. So for that, core Java fully is needed. But apart from that, oops is also sufficient to learn the Spring.
Okay, got it. So with that, the GitHub I have to use in my like regular use. Okay, so what about the other courses I need to focus, like with the Java, with the code Java?
Maybe Docker and Jenkins.
Docker, okay.
Docker and Jenkins. After application development is over, not now. And one more part, whatever you are practicing now for core Java, for basic to basic example, create a repository in the GitHub, let it be public repo, and every code file you're writing, push it in the GitHub on a regular basis. And if someone sees your GitHub, repo or link, they will see the green bar. They will see that something you have consistently have done on Java. What you have done is different. Basic examples are big applications, all from starting till the Spring, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, consistently. If you just upload it, again, if someone sees your profile after 3, 4, 5 months, they will see that you have done something consistently on Java and Spring. That will give them confidence. There is an edge to get into the companies.
Okay, got it. Okay. So what about this lead code exercises that we can if you want to go to the Amazon or the Facebook, so
then you should spend 6 months time on DSA.
Yes, it's a long-term goal. That is long-term goal. Yeah.
Long-term goal, not immediately. You have minimum 6-7 months separate dedicatedly. If you focus, then you can plan and focus it. And that, okay, you can have that, no problem. Lead code or code forces, anything is fine. Any one platform you follow, most of them you will be in a position to solve it.
Okay, got it, sir. Yeah, thank you.
What is that? Interfaces are not covered yet, but we have a default method inside interface. What is the point of abstract class? I will come to that point. Default methods inside the interface Vasu has been added from Java 8. From Java Alpha Beta version to Java 7 version, we did not have default methods. Later they have added. Okay. And since then, people use interface to achieve abstraction. We don't use abstract class. As I have overview of Spring collection dependency, oops is mandatory for Spring. Yes, Usama. In this course, we are having Spring Boot with microservices in Spring, or just Spring Boot with microservices. Spring Boot is what we will use it. First, we will use Spring. I will not use English words to tell you the difference between Spring and Spring Boot. I will write some applications, Spring using the XML approach, Spring using the annotation approach, then Spring Boot plus annotation. 3 approaches, I will develop the applications. Initial first month, initial 2 weeks of classes. In 2 weeks of classes, I will use Spring Framework without Boot using the XML approach. I will use the Spring Framework without the Boot using the annotation approach and pure Java configuration. And then I will use the Spring Boot and annotations. You guys should tell me the upcoming remaining modules, Spring Data JPA, Spring MVC, Spring REST, what I should follow, whether it is Spring Boot should I follow or Spring Normal I should follow. Based on that, I will continue the remaining journey. Okay, na Akash? So most of the modules are basically in Spring Boot only. But I will tell you why Spring Boot. Not English words. We will develop the application without boot. We will see what is the problem, what are the difficulties, why people are behind Spring Boot. And then we will get into Spring Boot, we will use it. Then we will differentiate without Spring Boot, how to develop application, with Spring Framework, only Spring Framework without boot, how to develop the application. And then we will use the remaining modules of Spring Framework, Spring JDBC, Spring Data JPA, Spring MVC, Spring AOP, Spring Security, all of them using the Spring Boot. Fine, huh? After completing the course, what job description can we apply? For all the Java and Spring Boot developer roles, RESTful services, microservices, everything will be covered. So all the backend Java related development you can apply, Java and Spring Boot. Are we going to cover REST API? Yes, we are going to cover the RESTful services. How to develop the REST APIs, you should know, yeah. I mean, that is mandatory. And how to access the APIs which is developed by someone else is also mandatory for you to know. That means we will cover web client and REST template in RESTful services. And once we get into the microservices, we will cover with the Fing client. So for RESTful services, REST template and web client. Web client is later WebFlex library, which came after the reactive programming, but we will cover these two. And then in the microservices, we will see Fing client, which can be used to access the APIs which is developed by someone else. Any more things, guys? Good discussion these days are happening. All of you are interacting during the live class also, and after the class also, good set of discussions are happening. And this is the healthy class environment, and I want this to continue till the last, not just starting. First month, everyone is in Josh. This Josh should be there till the last month, okay? Anyway, guys, thank you so much, every one of you, for being with me in today's class. We'll meet tomorrow exactly at 7 a.m., wherein we will continue the discussion of abstraction part 2 with interfaces. Okay, abstraction part 2 with interfaces, and we will go ahead with our discussion. Thank you so much, every one of you, for being with me in today's class. Thank you all.